Origami TV is a show that helps kids and parents grow together. Let's all go together.
A lot of the things I like about Kairos and things that are important to me are that my kids have quality of life so that they're not stressed out every day and they can go to school and come home and not feel like they have to go back to school. I know that when I work all day and then I come home and do more work, sometimes I just need to have a break from that, and I want that for them too. And then the other thing I love about Kairos and the thing that I want for my kids is that they experience the world by being in it and not by having someone tell them about it. So I love the idea of just them getting outside even, just in their present world that's right there in front of them. Those are some of the things that I really look for.
For like working more with grown-ups instead of on paper, and more time for the children to choose what they're really inspired by to go and learn more about. I'm inspired by acting and musical theater. I really like to do art and draw and just sketch things a lot.
It's important to us that our child Cade is able to really thrive and be himself and really be self-expressive and creative and not be sort of ruled by very strict structure.
I think as our children kind of grow up into this world, it's a little bit different world than what we grew up in, and I think that you know, being creative and being able to think independently and think critically is key to their success and their happiness in the future.
One of the main things that attracted me to Kairos is that holistic vision of education, and that's what I'm looking for my daughter as well. So a full-rounded educational experience.
So I think just by seeing the people that are here, the other groups that are here, Tinkergarten and Hike It Baby and the music class, those are all things that we really enjoy. So being outdoors and being a part of creative activities, those things really appeal to us and we want those for our family. So having a school where that's clearly a value is really important.
I want to write like stories and stuff in writing because my teacher says I'm good at writing and reading, so I enjoy writing stories.
The most important experiences that I want my children to have while they're learning in an education environment is learning to get along well with others, learning to be empathetic and compassionate, learning to just be excited about all the different things that are in the world that they can learn about.
The sense of, you know, wanting to spend as much quality time with each other as we can. I mean, that's, you know, we're all only here for a short period, so you know, try to make the best of it as we can.
Today let's fold an origami jumping frog. If you're using a rectangular sheet of paper, Let's fold a right triangle like this. And now we can see the part we need to trim away. This is the way I do it. This is how we begin. Fold the paper in half sideways to make a rectangle. Take one of the corners and fold it down to the center line like this. Repeat the same on the other corner. Now flip the paper over and fold the top line down to the center line like this. Now you have a diagonal line where the creases meet. Pop the top like this. The technique is called a water drop. Now you have the head and top legs of your frog ready to be folded. Fold the bottom of the paper up so that the edge meets the bottom of your triangle. Now fold the sides inward to meet at the center. Fold the bottom of the paper up so that the edge touches the bottom of the front legs. Create 2 triangles this way and pull them out to the sides like this. Fold the bottom corners outward to form the back legs of the frog. Let's go ahead and fold those front legs like this. Now create a zigzag fold at the bottom of your frog, folding the bottom half up and then the bottom quarter back down. Your frog is ready to hop. Adios!
Keep kicking the rocks as I walk down the street. Keep feeling the rock, keep keeping the beat. I got stress on my mind, but my baby tells me all the time I'm amazing, so amazing that I keep tripping when I walk.
The tagline for the Whole Life Learning Center is where people come to grow, and ultimately that's why we exist. That's why this space exists, is for people to grow, and that's not just 5 to 14-year-olds. This is a community center for whole families to grow here. When we think about education, we have to ask the question, what are schools for? And for me, it's about creating an environment that can allow for the optimal unfolding of human potential. And we do that through holistic education by recognizing and responding to the whole child, by nurturing the whole child. And rather than, having discipline where we're doling out detentions and punitive measures for behavior, we're talking about the effects of certain behaviors and talking about how we can work and play together in a way that works for everyone so that our relationships with each other are really cultivated and kids can develop the essential skills they need for the modern world in collaborating, in working through conflicts, in understanding diversity. So those relationships, and then coming back to that relationship with themselves, with their own growth and learning, they've got the curiosity to just go out and explore. They have the confidence to ask big questions and to take on big projects, set goals for themselves, and they've got the skills to connect with others and really collaborate to do that. I had a 5th grader come to me yesterday, looking in, the mother contacted me looking into the school, and I said, what are you interested in? Nothing. And what do you like to learn about? I don't like to learn about anything. After a few more questions, I found out that he was inspired about parkour and trampolines and working with dogs and building things and Legos and robotics and all of these other things. But his relationship with learning was one of, school, I don't like school, so I don't like learning. And so that is, that's one of the most important relationships in our lives, is our relationship to our own growth. So it's a special honor, and it's why I feel this work is so important for the world, that we're connecting with these kids from preschool, kindergarten, and asking them, what are you inspired about? What do you want to learn about? Let's go, let's find out, how fun that is. Good farmers grow good soil. And just the same as we grow humans here and families and community, it's about cultivating an environment that's enriching, that is responsive, that is engaging, and where kids and parents and anyone who shows up feels like they are supported in being themselves, in pursuing their passions, and living their inspirations. And that's what whole life learning is all about.
Children have so much to offer the world, and that they're just little people learning and growing, and they also see a lot of things that we don't see because they move slower. And I think it's really good to see the world through those eyes and to support that and to kind of get down on their level and just be like curious with them about like what is this and what does this look like. And Tegan's really into snakes, and I would not have been chosen to be excited about snakes, but when you stop and look at it through his eyes, like there are these really cool creatures that, you know, slither around, and a lot of them help the world by eating up the mice, or I don't know. Just stopping and stepping back and really seeing what your kids are seeing kind of can shift your view on things and can sort of give you a new appreciation for the world. And here it's so sweet, like just having a front deck and hanging out in a front yard just creates community. Like you see your neighbors walk by and you stop and you talk and the kids play with each other, and it just is set up for getting to know each other. It just makes the world a better place to be, I think, when you're in it together, you know.
I've got to get back to the place where I feel I begun.
Today on Kat's Kitchen, we are going to be making spirulina balls. Shh. Sounds like a secret recipe. It's actually really easy. And it's one of the recipes that my dear friend Allison Bastian, midwife and natural medicine extraordinaire, told me about when I was pregnant. She told me to eat one of these every single day as a snack. So I'm going to show you how to make it, and whether you're pregnant or not, it will fortify and boost your immune system and your diet. You can make this with any kind of nut butter you want. Today I'm using sun butter. I'm gonna put about a cup of it. So into the butter, you're gonna add about a tablespoon of spirulina powder. Look how green this is. If you think about it, the color green, which is chlorophyll, is plant blood. Plants have green blood going through them. And so the greener something is, the more blood building and blood nourishing it's going to be for us. And the blood goes to every part of your body, so the quality of your blood affects every system in your entire body. I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon, it's about 1.5 tablespoons of coconut oil. This amazing company, Skinny & Co, sent us, I think it was 4 or 5 different samples of products, all made from coconut oil. Their mission is outstanding, and it's been magnificent, and they have lots of different products, so check them out online, Skinny & Co. And raw honey is full of the nutrients from the bee pollen, and it's so good for you and so delicious. Hemp seeds are high in omega fatty acids and also a good protein source. And then I'm gonna add unsweetened carob chips because I like them. And they add a little bit of crunch. And there we go. Shredded coconut, more coconut. Mushy and green. These These are more like spirulina cookies, quite frankly. My sunflower butter is quite runny. They're gonna make like spirulina praline cookies. So now we wait for our delectable spirulina cookies to come out of the freezer. They used to be balls, but since the sunflower butter was so runny, now they are cookies. So if you use almond butter or peanut butter, which is gooier and more solid, they will be more like balls, which is how I intended it. But that's life. When you're eating these spirulina cookies or balls, whichever you make, you know that you'll be feeding your body and your baby to the best of your ability, because spirulina is this amazing plant. It's high in iron, it's high in B vitamins, it's high in vitamin A, which is great for your skin and your immune system and your eyes. And share this recipe with your pregnant friends especially, because we're always looking for, you know, concentrated nutrition to eat. Maybe you don't feel like eating, but having one of these, you'll know that you're feeding your body and your baby to the best of your ability. Ta-da! Wow, it's so beautiful. So now, I'm gonna just peel it off and you have a spirulina cookie. Now, you want to be sure not to let these sit in your car if it's hot, because then they'll just turn into goop. And that's not as fun as this is. Enjoy! Thanks for watching Cat's Kitchen.
I think it really felt like there was a niche out there for this, for smaller, more intimate setting, classroom style setting, but also just having the support system of a family and a community just felt really good. I felt like even if I failed, I was gonna have this amazing net of people that were gonna say like, okay, get back up and let's just try something else then. So I always felt like even if this didn't work, I had this amazing safety net called my family, my friends, my community, of people that were just cheering me on, but also there just for whatever happened. But I think being in Austin really made it feel possible, because it's a unique place, and it's big on community, and there's such a giving heart here, and so that really helped a ton when it came to here's what I'm doing, here's my dream, and people just jumped in and said we want to help. And I think it was people that I did know and people that I didn't know, and I think that's what Austin is about also, is everyone kind of coming together for a common good and just making it happen. There were people that were saying, you know, we want to support you financially, we want to support you just in using, you know, whatever resources we have, you can have. I have books, I have Legos, I have materials, have them here, here, here. So the classroom kind of started to form on its own, kind of organically, which was really sweet. So I think my children just really being able to support me through that was really great, and it was kind of a role reversal, because I felt like my job was to be supporting them and what they wanted to do, and instead they were really supporting me and what I wanted to do and making this dream come true. So that felt really good. And then the kids in the classroom kind of just, my first year, they just kind of came. So what I wanted to do was be able to get to know a child and kind of develop a plan for them specifically. And I loved being able to have the freedom to do that at the other school, but there were still limits and there were still boundaries, and I felt like I kind of met those a lot. And so here I have the freedom to do that. I get to know every child, where they are in their learning style, and kind of develop a plan for them individually. And it's been amazing to see the results of that, and have these children kind of meet them where they are. So if they are active and they need to come outside, then that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go work outside, because it is work. It's their kind of work. It's kind of giving their body what they need. If they need to sing and dance and wear beautiful ballerina clothes to learn and play, then so be it. If they need, if some children just need to sit quiet and have time for themselves, then we can kind of create that also. And I love having the freedom to do that. And I love being able to have an environment that's conducive to that. And with there being 3 of us here, we really can give every child what they need. So it's been so magical to kind of see this unfold in this way and meet these families. And every child has something to offer and something to teach me. And I love just being able to discover that before our time's up. And it's just so freeing to be able to think outside of the box and see things through their perspective, because it's a big, big world, and we get kind of jaded and we get kind of rigid sometimes as big people, as big adults, kind of living this life. And then you get this child and you see their world and their life through their eyes. And then you can create something that's magical and beautiful because they helped you and they want it. They want to learn and they're ready to learn because it's on their terms and in their way.
Yeah, well, I really believe that there's no one educational approach that works for every kid. And so we're so fortunate to live in a community where there are all kinds of options and something for every kid, whether that's democratic education or Montessori or Waldorf or Reggio Emilia, or some eclectic blend that either an educator offers at a small school or the parents themselves can offer as homeschoolers or unschoolers. And there's a place and an approach to education where every kid will thrive, and I really want to help families find those places. And there's no reason we shouldn't be happy and learning at the same time. So, let's get rid of that dichotomy between like school and fun, or school and the rest of your life. We're learning all the time, and it should be a joyful experience. Yeah, I find being an entrepreneur in the Austin community in particular to be a really collaborative community endeavor, where we're all supporting one another and referring to one another and helping each other really do what we love and what we want to share with the world.
The monsters are becoming more monstrous by the minute. The critters are becoming increasingly crazy. Don't let the evil mad scientist, Dr. Entropy, brainwash any more of the adorable animals that surround you. You are the only monkey who can set them free. You are a happy scientist, a robot designer, and a hero all in one. You are Dr. Algorithm.
If you like our show, let us know. Contact www.
Good try. Contact us at www.wildfamily.tv.
Okay. Contact us at www.tv.
Contact us at www.wildfamily.tv.
Thank you for watching our show. Tell your friends and visit us at wildfamily.tv.
Have a good day. We all love you so much. My guy and my mom and two of my brothers and my dad and me. We love you so much. Okay, bye.